Yo, 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 this is Marlo, and welcome to another episode of Paradigm Shift. This episode is all about money, manifesting money, and just the energy around money and how to basically get more money. We all, I mean, you're thinking, what does spirituality have to do with money? But when we really understand what money is, we start to understand how to attract money to yourself. Money is basically just a form of energy, like everything in the world is. We trade our energy for money, which has a certain set of values that humans have put on it, and it's not this evil thing that a lot of people like to believe it is. It's simply just a currency, just a form of energy, and it can make evil people want it, right? There's a lot of evil people who do evil things to get money, and I call that blood money, because you should always be making deals in your life. You should always be striving to do good things, positive things for money, or neutral things, right? You go to work, you work in an office. That's not necessarily a good thing, but it's neutral. You backstab someone and undercut someone or steal something from someone, or you're a hitman and kill somebody for money. That's blood money. That's evil money, was how I like to refer to it. You want to stay away from that, because there's people in this world who realize that you can make a quick buck from doing something. You can make a lot of money from doing something evil. You can make it quicker than investing. And it might be a little easier. You go steal someone's purse or whatever. But that karma of the evil, the negative energy that you're doing will always come back to you, guaranteed. And you might say, there's people who are out there who are doing horrible things and they're not in jail, but they're dealing with some demons inside. They're always going to get theirs. You might not be able to see it, but they're going to get theirs even harder, because there's karma is real, and it's going to bite them in the ass at some point. So obviously you want to do positive things for money, helping people, making art, working a normal job, or being an entrepreneur. But the keys to really attracting more money to yourself are pretty simple. I gotta be honest, I've had a hard time with money and keeping it, and it's because I have, and many people are addicted to spending it. So you get paid, then you look at all the amazing things online, on Amazon, on Facebook Marketplace, in the mall, and you go buy it, and then you give your money away, right? You get it, the next day it's gone. Maybe you even have debt. Maybe you have a credit card, and you're putting, you're accruing debt on your credit card and stacking up, and you're going into the negatives, right? So from a spiritual lens, what that shows the universe is that when you get money, this energy form, as soon as you get it, as soon as it hits your bank account, as soon as it's in your hand, you don't want it. You give it away. It's gone, right? And the universe sees that and realizes after a while that you don't want this thing. It doesn't look at things as good and bad or whatever. It just is going to give you what you want or what you don't want. And how it sees that is through your actions, through your thoughts, right? Most of us go to sleep, and right before we fall asleep, we're thinking about how horrible our money situation is, how we wish we had more, how we want to buy this, we want to buy that, but money has such a negative energy value in our life. a negative energy input in our life, right? When you're thinking about money, it's usually a bad thing, how we don't have enough. But the secret to having more of anything is to believe that there is an abundance of it, because it's the truth. You know, there is an abundance of love out there for you. There's abundance of people, partners to meet. There's abundance of friends. There's an abundance of money, which there is. You just need to see that, realize that, and then you can start focusing and making steps on how to get that, right? And there's little things you can do. You can manifest more. And, you know, some people believe to manifest, you have to sit down and you have to meditate for hours on end, but it's not really true. All you need to do is sit there really quickly, close your eyes, or you can have your eyes open, and take 5 minutes, and you just are present. And then you just ask the universe in your head or out loud, I'd like some more money. But you have to be present, you have to be focused, and that will actually attract it to you. And that's just a key tip of manifestation, right? It's something that you can quickly do. You don't have to do it for 2 hours or every night. You can just do it, but you have to be present, and you just ask the universe, can you speed up the process of giving me money? After you do that, you have to take action though, right? You can't just sit there trying to manifest money all night, all day, meditating, and then you don't do anything to get that money. Money is a form of energy, but you have to give energy out. It's like anything in the world. You know, you start a relationship by meeting someone and putting energy into that person, and then they hopefully reciprocate that energy, and they give you the energy that you output to them. That's why sometimes you wonder, oh, why is this person not caring for me, not giving me any love? And the first thing you should do is check, are you giving them the love that you want? Are you giving them the attention that you want back? And if you are, and they're not giving it back, then that person's not meant for you, right? But usually you'll realize like, whatever you want, you have to give out, right? So with money, that comes in the form of work, obviously, doing tasks for people. You know, you will realize that after a while, it's not the money that makes people happy. There are millionaires, billionaires out there who are depressed, who they're just addicted to making money, and you may think that they're so happy and they have life figured out, but they don't. They have money figured out. But another thing to realize is that there's so much more to life. Money is just the icing on the cake. Being present, being joyful, loving, having a great family and friends, being a positive person, that is life. That is where you're going to have fulfillment. Money is just icing on the cake. And you can be a great person and have a great family and be a loving person and still have a lot of money. But you want to do that in a positive way. You want to find joy through it, right? And one of the best ways to do that is to find your passion and to find what you love, and then that brings you money. Then you realize when you start doing something you love and you make money for it, you know, you don't necessarily need $1 million a year or $10 million a year to make you happy. You're going to be doing something you love and making a livable wage, right? Or making $100,000 or something. And you're going to realize that it's really the thing that you're doing, the passionate thing that you're doing. And the real only way to do that, to find your passion, is you got to be present. You got to know how to be present. And you have to try things. You have to focus, right? When you're present, that means you're focused on the moment. So you're trying different things and you're realizing, I don't like working in construction. And that's not necessarily a failure. That's actually bringing you closer and closer to what you do like. I don't like painting. I don't like playing sports. Then you're trying all these things, right? You have to try them to know you don't like them. Then eventually you get to something like I believe I got to these talks and talking about presence and spirituality, and you realize this is the thing I love. This is the thing that's going to help people the most. When I'm making these videos, I don't feel like it's work. I feel like, wow, I'm doing the thing that I love to do. It's taken me so many years. I'm 34, about to turn 35 right now, and just last year, 34, I figured it out. And my journey started, when I was in high school or something, where I didn't know what I wanted to be. And, at that time, I really didn't try too many things, although I was doing film and that type of thing, music. But when I really started to get into spirituality, I was like, okay, well, what do you like to do? And then I tried them, right? And I have a 9 to 5 right now, and I'm hoping and I want to, and I'm projecting that I'm going to slowly move from my 9 to 5 into my real job, which is to do this full time, to talk on stage, to help companies, to do one-on-ones with people, to do talks around the world, to make my YouTube videos, and just to make, it's not, to me, it's not even about making money that way, although that's going to come with it, right? When you do something with so much passion and you're consistent and you put it out there and you're helping people, you're going to get rewarded with money because your energy is that pure, great energy. So you got to realize that money is not this bad thing. And when you make that connection in your head, that switch in your head, you'll start to realize all the possibilities. Another thing that I was talking about, but I didn't really finish was, okay, the universe, if you get money and you spend it all, the universe believes that you don't want money. So it doesn't give you more, or it gives you less. But when you save money, when you invest money, when you gain compound interest, when you put it in stocks, when you hold on to it, the universe realizes you understand it, that you want more. Because when you're saving it, that money is gaining interest, even if it's just in the bank. Say you just put it in a savings account. And it's slowly growing, but you're putting more money in there. Then you start to get, when you compound that interest, when your money starts stacking up, the universe is going to give you more opportunities for more money. And it just works that way because it's like cultivating anything, right? If you have a field in your backyard and you plant one tomato and it dies and you never plant anything again, well, there's not going to be any tomatoes. But if you learn about how to grow tomatoes, you plant 20 tomato seeds and you water it, take care of it and cultivate it, while you might have 15 tomatoes. You multiply that, you plant more tomatoes, you're going to have more, right? And you're going to take the tomatoes and then you're going to eat them and the new ones will grow and you're going to add to them and you're cultivating that. And it's the same thing with money. When you're holding on to it and growing it, it's like anything, right? If you're in a relationship and you are growing it and you are staying with a partner and, over the weeks and years and months, you're learning about them and you're sharing moments and you're getting better at communicating and you're loving them more and they're loving you more, you're going to stay together. The universe is going to realize, okay, this person likes long-term relationships. This person is the type of person who wants to have meaningful connections. Then more and more of those things come into your life. If you're just a person who stays inside all day, doesn't go out, doesn't talk, doesn't phone their friends, doesn't hang out, doesn't connect and help people, well, you're not going to get people coming into your life. It's the exact same thing with money. Now, if you do bad things to get money, you might gain a lot of money quickly and easily. And it might look good and you might start stacking, but those evil things that you're doing in the world to people, maybe you're scamming, maybe you're hurting yourself, maybe you're doing something that you don't believe is right or is taking a toll on your mental health. Well, you might be gaining money, but that's what selling your soul means. You're selling your core values, your heart, your soul to get this paper, this energy, right? It's not necessarily that the money is bad, because money is just paper. It's not bad, but it can make people do bad things. People can make themselves do bad things to acquire this money because it's an easy fix, right? The greatest things, the good things in life, the most rewarding things in life, they take time to cultivate. It's like planting a tree. You might not see that tree develop into its full potential for 20, 30 years. And, people who do dark and evil things for money, they're the type of people who want that quick fix. And you can't get anything of real substantial value that quickly. Relationships, beautiful relationships, do not happen that quickly. And it's the same thing with money. The energy that you're putting out. So to kind of cap it all off, you got to save money. You got to invest it. You got to cultivate it. You got to see it as just a tool, just the icing on a cake. Doing something that you're passionate about is one of, to me, the most ultimate way to bring money in. And you can have a 9-to-5 job that you don't like, but you got to be searching for something that you do like, that you're passionate about. Not everybody has to, but it is a very fulfilling way to bring in that energy, to bring in that money. When you get money, when you get your paycheck, try not to spend it all. Don't buy that purse. This is another quick thing. We're getting to 20 minutes. I don't want to go too long, but people live well above their means, right? So if they get paid $40,000 a year, they might be spending $50,000 a year. The richest people in the world, if you look at dudes, I'm not saying these are necessarily good people, but they have money. If you look at guys like Warren Buffett or Mark Zuckerberg or Bill Gates, these guys have billions of dollars. But look at what they wear. Look at what they drive. They're still driving Camrys, like Toyotas and shit, and just wearing normal, regular clothes. And then there's a lot of you out there, myself included, who are trying to project a rich lifestyle, who are wearing the nicest clothes or buying all these clothes and project that lifestyle, but they don't have the funds to back it up, and they're literally just making themselves poor, where they could be taking that money and investing and making that money work for them while they sleep. And they could slowly start getting to a better lifestyle, right? If you are getting your money and spending it and going in debt every month, your lifestyle is basically fake, right? If you're projecting like, I got this, I'm going traveling, look at my clothes. There's like, it's kind of a sickness in North America, in social media cultures. We see these great things, but we don't put in the work. We don't want to put in the work. We don't see anything past today. There's no, we don't have, when you're saving money, you're saving it and you're going to retire one day, right? We all think that we're not going to get old, or, that 60 is too old or 50 is too old. But if you think about it, the years, they go by. I'm 35, almost turning 35 right now. I never thought I would be here. All of a sudden I'm here. And I don't feel old. When you turn 40, when you turn 50, when you turn 60, you're going to realize there's a lot of life left. I should have put money away and learned about saving, and I should have learned about investing back in the day, because I could have had $1 million right now, right? There's only a certain amount of time that you can work, that your body can take it, that your mind can take it, and you want to get those hours in now and save that money. And a lot of people have told me, like, you got to live now, man. You're always talking about living in the moment. And, it's true. You want to be present, but when you're present, you realize your actual situation. When you're present, you look yourself in the mirror and you realize, I'm spending way too much. That's being present. It's not, you don't use being in the moment and presence as, I can do whatever I want and there are no consequences. When you're present, when you're in the moment, you realize, okay, I get paid $3,000 a month. I need to save 20% of that every time I get paid, so that I can retire, so that I don't have to struggle and live paycheck to paycheck, so that I keep a healthy spending habit. Being present is looking at your situation is in a reality as it is, not just getting this money and throwing it away on needless and useless things. Because I do that too. So I'm making this video for me as well. Money is not that complicated. We just make it complicated because we get addicted to spending and we want to, look good and eat good and travel the world, but we're living way above our means. You got to look at your situation and live accordingly. And you don't have to be so, you might have to make sacrifices. You might have to live in a smaller place. You might have to sell your car, take transit. You might simply just need to stop buying food every night or going out too much, which is what I do. You might have to stop buying clothes all the time. You can treat yourself once in a while, but we're not doing that. I know most people aren't doing that. We're just buying whatever we want to buy because it's that quick hit of adrenaline, that quick hit of serotonin. But then you're not cultivating anything. You're not making your money work for you. And that's not a fair trade-off. You're putting so much work. You need to be rewarded. And it's not through buying a purse. It's through saving that, growing it. It's like growing anything in your life, your kids, your family, relationships. Money is just the same thing. It's just energy. Anyways, thank you. If you have any questions or comments about that, or you want me to talk more about money, I can on specific issues. Drop it in the comments, drop a like, drop a subscribe, tell some people about it if they're struggling with money. Thank you for watching. Stay present. I've never said that before, but stay present. Peace out.